What if I told you a single quarter could be worth $10,000, $50,000, even over $200,000? In this video, we're counting down the top 5 ultra-rare Washington quarters, coins so valuable, they've changed lives. Stick around, because your next big payday might be just 25 cents away. Main content, history and valuable variants. The 1980 Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and over 635 million of these coins were struck. On the surface, that makes it seem like a very common, everyday coin, and in most cases, it is. But it's those rare exceptions, the ones with minting flaws, exceptional condition, or planchet errors, that have caught collectors' attention in a big way. Here's what makes certain 1980 quarters worth thousands, even tens of thousands. 1. High-grade mint state examples, MS-67 or better. Because the 1980 quarter was heavily circulated, it's nearly impossible to find one in perfect condition. So when a sharp, uncirculated coin shows up in MS-67 or MS-68, collectors pay serious cash. One 1980 quarter graded MS-67 by PCGS sold for over $1,200, and prices jump even higher as the grade improves. An MS-68 Plus example, if discovered, could be worth $10,000 to $20,000 or more, especially with strong strike and luster. 2. Double die obverse, DDO, or reverse, DDR. If you spot doubling on the Liberty Indiana God We Trust, or the Eagle's wings on the reverse, congratulations. You may be holding a double die, and these can fetch anywhere from $500 to $5,000, depending on clarity and condition. 3. Clad layer missing or struck on wrong planchet. Some 1980 quarters have surfaced missing the top clad layer, revealing a dull copper core beneath. Others were mistakenly struck on planchets meant for other coins, like a dime or a foreign denomination. These dramatic mint errors have been known to sell for $3,000 to $10,000, and in rare cases, over $20,000 if the error is bold and unique. Closing, build excitement and viewer action. So the next time you're handed change, don't overlook the quarters. That plain-looking 1980 coin might not be so plain after all. With the right condition or error, your 25-cent coin could be worth thousands, or tens of thousands, of dollars. Check your pockets. Search those rolls. Flip through your stash. Because the rarest finds often hide in plain sight. Hit that like button if you're ready to check your change. Leave a comment if you've got a 1980 quarter, and subscribe for more rare coin breakdowns, because your next big find might be just one coin away. Main content, history and key facts. The 1988 Washington quarter was minted in Denver, with a total mintage of over 596 million coins, making it seem like a very ordinary, common coin. But within that massive production, the U.S. Mint made a few subtle, and extremely valuable, mistakes. That's where the treasure lies. During this time, the Mint was using older dies and equipment that often produced errors or weaker strikes. Combine that with the high-volume production of the Denver Mint, and you get a perfect storm for rare, valuable misprints and anomalies to sneak into circulation. Let's break down the most valuable types of 1988 quarters. Double die obverse or reverse, DDO/DDR. These errors occur when the coin is struck by a misaligned or double engraved die, causing a ghosted, doubled image on the date, motto, or eagle. One confirmed DDR example of a 1988 quarter sold at auction for over $6,000. Rare DDOs have hit upwards of $10,000 if they're in pristine condition. Off-center strike or broad-struck errors. Some 1988 quarters were struck off-center or without a collar, causing the design to be skewed or stretched. Depending on how dramatic the error is, collectors have paid between $500 and $5,000 for these. High-grade MS-68 Plus examples. Most quarters from 1988 were circulated and show heavy wear, but extremely high-grade versions graded by PCGS or NGC, especially in MS-68 or better, can bring serious money. One stunning MS-68 Plus example sold for over $8,800 at auction. Clad layer missing or transitional errors. Coins missing the outer nickel layer or struck on the wrong planchet have shocked collectors with their value. If a 1988 D quarter was accidentally struck on a planchet meant for another denomination, or if the clad layer peeled off, those coins can sell for $15,000 to $25,000 or more depending on condition. Closing, call to action and energy boost. Now just imagine, you're sorting through change, maybe buying a soda, and you glance down, and there it is. That 1988 D quarter with a slight off-center strike, or a doubling on the date, or maybe it just looks different. What looks like pocket change to most, could be a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars to the right collector. So what are you waiting for? Check your change, flip those quarters, and look closely, because the next coin that makes you rich might already be in your hands. Main content, history and key details. The 1972 D Washington quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, with a mintage of over 311 million coins. On the surface, that sounds extremely common, and for the most part, it is. Most 1972 D quarters are worth face value. But, and it's a big but, there are a few extraordinary rarities and error coins that have turned this regular coin into a collector's dream. And those are the ones fetching hundreds, thousands, and even over $100,000 at auction. Let's break down the top-tier treasures of the 1972 D quarter. Major mint errors, this is where the real money lies. Coins struck off-center, with missing clad layers, or broad struck without the retaining collar have shocked collectors. One verified 1972 D quarter with a dramatic off-center strike and double denomination error sold for a jaw-dropping $35,000. Wrong planchet errors, extremely rare examples were struck on planchets meant for other coins, like a cent or a foreign coin. These transitional or off-metal errors are worth big bucks. One known 1972 D quarter struck on a cent planchet sold for over $10,000, despite its worn appearance. High-grade MS-68 Plus condition, most 1972 D quarters are heavily circulated, but if you have a flawless, mint-state coin, especially certified MS-67 or MS-68 by PCGS or NGC, you're holding serious value. One gorgeous MS-68 example brought in more than $3,500, and higher-grade finds could go even further. Die variety and double die errors, although extremely rare for this year, if you come across a quarter with doubling on the motto, date, or Liberty text, don't toss it away. These coins can sell for $500 to $5,000 or more depending on the severity and clarity of the doubling. Closing, big value and call to action. So next time you get change back from a vending machine or a fast food drive-thru, don't just stuff it in your pocket. Look closely, because one of those coins might be a hidden jackpot. The 1972 D Washington quarter is more than just pocket change, it's a potential treasure, quietly waiting to be discovered by someone smart enough to look twice. Hit that like button if you're checking your change tonight. Drop a comment if you've ever found a strange coin. And subscribe, because we've got more rare coin secrets that could put real money in your hands. The 1983 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver during a unique moment in U.S. coin history. Most people don't realize this, but no official mint sets were produced in 1982 or 1983. That makes uncirculated examples of these coins far more scarce, and extremely desirable to collectors. Why does that matter? Because without mint sets, the only way to get a high-grade 1983 D quarter is to pull one from circulation, and most of them are heavily worn. That means any surviving uncirculated or near-flawless examples are rare and valuable. But here's where things get really spicy. The most valuable 1983 D quarters. High-grade mint state coins, MS-67 or better. One of the cleanest, sharpest examples ever found, graded MS-67 by PCGS, sold for a stunning $15,863 at auction. Why? Because only a handful of coins from this year have survived in that high of a condition. If one even higher is found, it could shatter records and reach into the $30,000 plus range. Clad layer missing or planchet errors. Coins from this year with missing clad layers or struck on the wrong metal can skyrocket in value. One known 1983 D quarter missing the outer layer sold for nearly $3,000. Combine that with a sharp strike or error, and you could be looking at $5,000 to $20,000 or more. Double die or minting errors. While less common in this year, any confirmed doubling of the date, lettering, or reverse design could push the value well into the $1,000 to $10,000 range, depending on condition and rarity. Closing, excitement plus call to action. So, what's the takeaway? That innocent little 1983 D quarter in your pocket change might not be so innocent after all. With the right grade, the right mint error, or the right eye for detail, you could be holding a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Check your change. Dig through that jar. Look at your old rolls. Because the next big payday in the coin world might already be sitting in your palm. Smash that like button if you're heading to check your stash. Drop a comment if you've got a 1983 D quarter, and don't forget to subscribe, because the next coin we cover might just blow this one out of the water. Your fortune could literally be one quarter away. Need a catchy title or thumbnail text for this one? I can help with that too.